shut us down. Call us names, try to run us out. You pushed too hard, took too much. Now you're the ones who've lost their touch. You rigged the game, you changed the rules. Gaslit the world, played us for fools. But tides have turned, the storm is near. Cry all you want, we're still here. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. Censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold. Now you panic, now you cry. Tears don't work, truth don't lie. The games are done, the mask fell off. No more lies, we've had enough. You played with fire, now taste the flame. This time, we're naming it.
Always something. Unbelievable what just happened. Yeah, walls don't move, I swear to God, I cannot wait to get this foot fixed. It is so hard to maintain balance, and sometimes when I'm rushing around and I forget stuff, I will bounce off a wall or two, and it happened and it hurt like shit. Fuck. Anyway, welcome to Goof On. We're alive at least. Yeah, it was pretty close right there at the end. Didn't know if we were going to make it. Look, this is where I hit the wall. That's where I hit the wall, and it's still sore. That's funny. That's exactly where I hit. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, I know that hat does not match, but we're wearing it. We'll wear it because it's on my head. Ah, I'm so sore. Ow. All right. Well, thanks for being here, and I can't believe it. We went I don't. That's not the intro, by the way. It's one of the intros. I'm making a few for the show. Intros, outros. Everybody's got a tro. Oh God. I'm trying to get the scuff mark off off the black. You guys are awesome. Hey, Dorothy, welcome to this show. David Wilcox is here. Dinkum Ozzy, we're doing it different tonight. Jeanette, what do you say? I just said Jeanette. Jeanette, welcome. Kelly Lewis, the EW is here. Welcome to the show. Glenn Collins, how you doing, number 9? Good to see you. Slow Cran, how you doing? I know we change your name all the time. Metalhead, welcome to this show as well, Chief. Lead Food, welcome to. And Raylan Rain, everybody. Raylan Rain. 2 R's are better than 1, huh? Brian Yates, everybody. BY. Good to see everybody. 91501 is here. Brian Yates, everybody. Brian Yates. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means not a lot of people are here yet. We got a lot of show to do, so let's go. Paula Faust. Where is Cindy Kraush? Good to see you guys. Yeah, it's going to be short show tonight. An hour, give or take a minute. Got some things I gotta do at a certain. No, it's nothing with the. It's gotta go to the folks, and I don't want to get into it right now, but got some stuff to do, and I'm probably gonna have to stay at their house for certain reasons unknown right at this moment. But I was asked if I could. Oh, I'm joking. I don't have. I have a heater. It works with the air conditioning in my home. Central heating, what they call it. Just like central air conditioning. Centralized. Doesn't mean anything. Anyway, it works, but when I first moved in this home, now 5 years ago, and I first turned on, because I moved in here in May, did not need the heat until December of that year. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And from what I understood, the heat wasn't on in March and April. So 9 months that year it wasn't used. And when I turned it on, it smelled like mildew, like you wouldn't believe. And it wouldn't go away. And then I called the air conditioning company. They said, no, just, we're not going to come out. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to leave it on, let it burn off the whatever, the mold. Oh, well, but will I inhale this? No. Well, maybe leave. Open up the windows and maybe leave for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Let it air out after it burns off. Which I did. And guess what? It stankety stunk so bad, it never stopped. The stinkety stank wouldn't stop. I had to put a mask on. And then I had to turn the air conditioning on because it was 90. But it didn't work. And the smell was so bad, I haven't turned it on since. And every year in Florida, at night for about a week or two, we get into sub-freezing temperatures, where tonight it's supposed to be 28 degrees here in my city. And then tomorrow, 32-ish. Then after that, 37. And then we're out of the woods. But for these next few nights, I have to use a space heater. And I got it up to 71. It was 66 when I woke up this morning. But it was only 42 the low. Now tonight's going to be a lot cooler. So if it gets too cold, and I have a heating blanket, 2 of them, I'll be fine. But it is cold. It'll probably be 58, 59. I did a video a few years ago before I had, this is what made me buy the heating blanket rather. It was, you could see my breath in my own home, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was cold. That was when it got down to like 25. Yeah. Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's get going. Hey, I never talk about me anymore. So Lou Crew. Oh, what are we talking about tonight? The telepathic connection with aliens. We can just knock it out right now. We knocked it out last night. I think I talked about it. I don't know why I brought it up again. I have a very hard time with it. And we have friends that can communicate, they say, with beings for a while. We've seen it done. Anjali does it. And very confidently. You know, it may look strange. And it may be hard to believe, but yeah, I really think about that. I think about what Anjali has gone through since she made her announcement to the world. I have to think, why would anybody put themselves through this if they weren't experiencing it? You know? And I thought about that the whole time. Like, why would I think about it all the time with all the people who come up with these claims. All of these guys, Grush, Jake Barber, Fravor, all these people came out, and then eventually they disappear into the shadows as a fraud, but not Anjali. Anjali, sorry if I say your name wrong. It's unintentional. I'm New Yorker. We say things the way we think. Hey, Anjali, how you doing, Anjali? It's Anjali. Whatever. um. Anyway, she came into this field, and and we all gave her a hard time. And it's something we don't believe because we can't do it. Just like anything else, right? Anything else. It's a magician's act. It's a psychic play on words, the JG thing. It's all made up and taken from stories through on all these other people, and she crafted it her own. She's been doing this since she was a child, and then she finally honed the story, and then she went public. Was she paid to do it? I don't think so. Doesn't seem that way anyway. Nobody's ever brought that up, actually. Not that I've seen. I haven't seen anybody bring up whether she was a paid agent. I mean, she did work for the government, you know. Um, but a very different, she is a different person than everybody else. She's different. And I don't think it's bad. I think, she believes everything. You can tell. She believes what's going on. She believes she's talking. Maybe she is with aliens. And this is the problem I have with Christopher Bledsoe and many other people who have made these claims is it's like, how do they prove it? You know, uh, there's no way they can. The only way they could prove it is if aliens had powers to see into the past or the future, change things, know things. And that's not what is going on here. This is purely information shared between two beings across great distances and short distances, and subconscious, unconscious. It's done, and many people claim they can do it. And I think, I am going. It's so hard. See, it's all based on the person, whether you believe them or not, whether they're good at their craft or not. I was going to say whether they're good at storytelling. You do have to be a good talker if you want to convince people, but you have to be real. You have to be honest. And people will see through that shit. That's what bothered people about Anjali. She just seems so damn truthful. And other times not so. But on those other times not so, it really wasn't having to do with anything at all other than covering identities of people and locations. Not that people didn't know, but specifics, just all those things. And now, yes, it could be just me being nice, but look, you have to look at this stuff from all angles. which I always have. I feel that's one of the reasons why we still have a friendship, because I don't think I crossed any boundaries or did anything silly like other people may do, where I'm going to find out what she's doing today, and they do all that shit. No, that wasn't what we did here. To come out and say something like this and wanting people to believe you takes a lot of guts. Man alive. I can't imagine saying something so, like that's everything. That's your entire life. You're putting it out there for the world to judge. And the one thing you come out and say is you can speak with aliens, and that just doesn't bode well with a lot of people. Because they can't do it. Like, let's say there was a way I started getting this communication to work. My God, that would really be something, huh? If I could communicate with her beings, like, why won't they reach out to anybody else? These are the things that I think of. Anyway, we'll get back into, we'll dip in and out of the psychic thing. This is just the beginning. The Lou crew crashing out, convincing themselves, me, Unity, and Tupacabra are part of some Stephen Greer operation. They're still talking about this. Why? Oh, David Wilcox. Oh, David, thank you very much for the PayPal support. As always, thank you. You are a continuing supporter, but his PayPal came with a question or curiosity, more or less. You didn't show us what you got for Christmas this year. You're right. Well, I put one post up on Facebook. I'll show you real quick. It's in the refrigerator. I got one thing I could show you right now. Here it comes. Actually, I got a few things. Like, people sent me money. Like, I got money and I spent them on things that I wanted. So I did get things that I like, sneakers that I needed with the steel toe, and this way my foot doesn't get screwed up more when I walk. I bought a few hats, some watch bands. I got a really, really nice couple of things. I'm looking for what my sister got me, because I took a picture of it and sent it to some people to show them, hey, this was a cool gift, huh? Oh, here it is. So she got me a hot, cold alien drinking mug cup right there. And that's one you could put hot and cold in. And that on the right is a cleaning utensil and a straw. So there it is. I put it in the freezer after I clean it out. And when I get done working out, I come home, make my drink, and I pour it in the frozen cup, and it keeps it cold. But boy, does it work. I didn't make any coffee for tonight's show. I usually have. Yeah, I just didn't have time. Let's just say that. Oh my God. My whole sleep schedule's backwards. All right, I'm going to show you this video. Why people think Greer is paying people. I don't know if my name's ever mentioned in this. I doubt it. But let's see. Did I play this yesterday? It looks familiar.
Also seem to idolize Dr. Stephen Greer. They've put out his information. They have the Hood Greer that they created with AI. that they play in their videos
Oh
and put
yeah,
on
we played
spaces,
this yesterday.
they seem to idolize Dr. Stephen Greer. And we know that Lou Elizondo and Stephen Greer don't see eye to eye and don't get along with each other. So they're on the Stephen Greer side of everything against Lou Elizondo. That's where this originated from, and this is why it's still ongoing. Just so you know, Tyler.
Ah,
Yeah, and I find that I have a hard time believing that they're so supportive of Dr. Greer just because of the work that he does. I have heard, and I think that there is, I'm not going to say it, but there is some ulterior motives of why they are pushing Greer so hard against Lou.
Why?
But anybody,
Oh,
I don't think any,
Why? What are the motives? Greer could give two shits about what anybody's doing. But if they do something stupid, Greer's gonna say something. And I've always said Greer always gloms on to the next big story in ufology. Anyway, so what are they? So they do these guys have anything to talk about?
I'll say it.
Go ahead.
They're getting
Yeah.
paid. They're getting paid from the Greer camp. I know that.
He just said, "I know that you don't know shit."
Oh, we know.
See, that's the thing with guys like this. I don't have any proof. It's what people do to Third Phase. They do it to me. They do it to everybody. They don't have any proof.
We've been researching and digging into that, and we're coming up with information.
I was gonna
We
say,
know
you
they're
can't-
doing
you
this to
can't
get
just-
paid. They're not doing it for
just-
free.
okay, I was gonna say you can't just say that though and not.
By the way, I hated Lou. I was the first to hate Lou. I wasn't paid by anybody. If anybody's paying anybody, I'm paying people to hate Lou, you dummy.
Have evidence.
Oh no,
Wouldn't that make sense?
no. We are aware of what's going
Okay,
on
so-
behind the
so
scenes.
allegedly, they're getting paid to spark this controversy.
Right.
Correct.
Read my email, Mike.
Okay,
I will.
And I'm of course just protecting myself here, but so allegedly, you
Yeah, Ty Roberts is smart. It is alleged. It's so unbelievable. It's such unbelievable bullshit. All right, here's another gift my sister got for me. Yeah, she got me this one too. Come on. Humans, what does that say? Are not real. Something like that. Come on with the shirt. Anyway, you get it. So that's that. All right. Yeah, to continue on what I said yesterday, because that was the same clip I played. I just realized it. Why I have it here again is beyond me. But it's really strange. But it's par for the course, because that's what they do on that side of ufology. That's the left side. They make up shit and have no proof. And it's always the weakest people too that are making up, like a Bledsoe, weak, brittle, useless. I mean, shut the fuck up. Would you speak like a normal person, you fucking hick? I'm sorry. The last day of the second to last day of the 25 sucked. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dorothy. A lot of insiders, former Pentagon employees, credible journalists who cover the UFO topic, billionaires, and military or government contractors have heard about an upcoming event. Have you? Yeah. Some, that billionaire Bigelow? Well, they're even anticipating it and have conducted extensive research to confirm it. And everything leads to the geophysical event. See, I hope this is the one I think it is. Let me see something here. There's a clip with Rose Cuckold Here it is. We're going to do this one first. Investigative UFO. I'll get back to the other one. Journalist Ross Kukart dropped a bombshell on the Need to Know podcast last year. Now, let me pull it up so you can read along with me. I know you like doing that. Hold on. This is why I don't like him. This is why he needs to go. Find another job. He's been told by credible sources that the James Webb Space Telescope has detected dimethyl sulfide, DMS, a chemical produced on Earth almost exclusively by living organisms like marine phytoplankton, in the atmosphere of an exoplanet 120 light years away, likely K2-18b. This isn't just a hint. Sources say it's been confirmed as a biosignature of life. But crickets from NASA. No public announcement? Why the silence? Why is groundbreaking outward-looking data from James Webb Space Telescope potentially being classified or withheld? Are they prepping us slowly? National security implications or something bigger? If true, this changes everything. And then look, we are not alone. See, this is Rose Cuckold. Now, I know you want to say, oh, he's gaslighting. Gaslighting? Yeah, that's a form of gaslighting, but it's also called a lie. That it's aliens, like alien, intelligent. It could just be mossy aliens. You know, the non-intelligent kind. But Rose wants us to think they're coming for us.
I'm hearing a lot of rumours about the James Webb Space Telescope having detected something significant. I tweeted about it just yesterday, but apparently NASA's announced the detection of a potential signature of extraterrestrial life in the atmosphere of a planet located 120 light years away. And apparently the James Webb Space Telescope produced a potential detection of the molecule dimethyl sulfide, which is only produced by living organisms on Earth. It's a tentative detection, and they're preaching caution before they declare it's aliens. But what we can expect is that there's going to be clarification of that this year. And I think that's one thing that the government of the United States is already aware of and sitting on. I think they know the answer already. That's at least what I've been told. I'm hearing a lot of rumors.
Oh my God. You see what he does? I'm hearing a lot of rumors from people whose names I can't mention. It's always like that, yo. It's always like that, yo. Why you be frontin'? Anyway. That's the reason why he gets fired. Oh, what the fuck? Yikes. Anyway, I'm okay. I think I sat on my testicle. All right. You know, I'm not. No, we're not doing that one. All right. Here's the other clip. It is the year 6025. Anno Lucas, which means we are already in the 7th day, yet there is still no Messiah to usher in the messianic reign. According to the Jewish calendar, it is the year 5786, which means there are only a few hours left of the 6th day, and the Messiah could arrive at any moment. According to some other interpretations, including that of Martin Luther, the first year should be 3961 BC, making the current year 5985. That leaves only 15 years until 2040 for the seventh day or the messianic reign to begin. Okay. You see? How could it be? How could they have an end of days scenario like this? Or whatever. What does that mean? The Messiah could arrive. I don't know. Maybe the guy's name is Messiah. What's your name? Messiah. He's here! Sir, we've been waiting for you for thousands of years. Really? Why? I don't know. But he's here! Oh, boy. God. We need help. This is why it's so hard to believe that people can read. What was that? Was that a meow? That sounded like it was right here. Maybe it was outside. Hold on a second. Do you guys hear this? You had to have. You had to have. When did that happen? 30 minutes in. That's when I'll start listening. I can't believe that. Yeah, about 31-minute mark. Man, that was weird. Okay. So I like it when other channels that don't talk about UFOs every day talk about UFOs, because it's really interesting to hear what people say that aren't in this every day, because you get to hear what the public thinks, right? That basically that's what you're hearing. Unless you go out and speak to people individually, somebody who's not in the field that's talking about it, delivering three eye atlas information, and then you hear them give their opinion about it because they don't know shit. That's usually how it is with journalists in this field, right? They want to come in this field and figure it out, and then they say some wacky shit like, why would you say that? I don't know. I thought that's the way it was. No. So in a recent episode of Redacted, Clayton shows this video clip of NASA discussing UFOs that appear to be tagging along. And this is a great episode. He's joined by a NASA physicist, and they discuss everything from MH370 to how UFOs are powered. That's a good episode. The link will be in the show description. But I'm going to play this clip. I like this guy, though. This is one of the smart people out there.
It's now part of the congressional record that we are not alone, and also we have alien bodies in our possession.
Doesn't mean it's true.
An alien craft in our possession. That
doesn't mean it's true. Number two
is also part of the congressional record. Everybody with a brain knows this, unless you're being willfully ignorant about it. NASA videos even show UFOs approaching, and you can hear Houston discussing it on video. Watch this.
Guys getting the image? Copy that.
797 here, you want 98?
Lots clear. 7, go ahead.
I'll tell you at 10 o'clock high.
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
I'll tell you at 10 o'clock high.
I always thought this video was cool, but I'm not sure if it's real. But apparently it is. I just have a hard time with it for some reason. Like I do most. But you see what I mean? You see how it's too perfect. We have never seen anything else like this discussed. Right? And not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, Houston, we got,
What's up,
we
the
got somebody out the
Cabalion?
front window with a pair of
How you doing,
binoculars
Zach
and a
Diecast?
zoom lens. We're trying to get a pretty good idea on this thing.
Zoop.
Let me copy that.
That's pretty wild, isn't it? That I mean, if you look at the movement of these things, that's just not normal. Look. Watch. See the way it comes in? See how small it is? See, this is why I always thought it was fake, because they thought of it coming in from a distance, it would be a lot smaller, which is true. It would be smaller at a distance, and it's a very smooth enlargement. Yeah, I think it's real, but look at this. Look at that. God almighty. So we've got these things up there, right? I want to know where the rest of the evidence is. That's what I want to know. So when NASA showed this, okay, why is it okay to show that video, but we can't get anything else equal to that? Yeah, like, what if they had video, I don't know, from Area 51, let's just say. Let's just say anywhere that's equal to this, which is, blurry. It wasn't, you couldn't see detail. Why can't we see stuff like that? Show us the Tic Tac video, but blur it a little bit so we don't see the detail. Why can't they do that? Can they reverse engineer the image? Is that why? And defrag it to where you're just seeing the actual image? Can that be done? I don't know. But I'm sure there's a way to combat it. See, I don't mind if we get to see the craft blurry. I want to see some shit. I want to see them make these kind of moves. That's in space. That's in space. And they're just chugging along with our... It's just crazy. So all the other videos that we have, we could watch them. What are they so afraid of? What was the big thing that our government's afraid of? Besides the black budget program stealing their shit and making their own country someday, and weapons. No, it's allowing your adversaries to see that you have captured this incredible technology. And how are they, our adversaries, going to get information if the video's slightly blurred so you can't get any detail, but we can see the movement and everything else? Let's say there was Phoenix Lights evidence, but the government had it. What would be the big deal of showing lights like that traversing the skies over Phoenix, Arizona, March 13th, 1997? Why is that such a big deal? You can't see any mechanics. You can't tell how it's working. Show us. Makes no sense. Really. Their argument is weak when they say our adversaries. So what? They're not going to be able to see anything. It's just a bullshit. Maybe our government doesn't have anything. You ever think of that? Maybe they did at one point, but maybe it's all been destroyed. Or even worse, stolen back from the creatures we took it from. We would never know because they'd cover it up like Mission Impossible style shit. Look, you want to play 24 and Jack Bauer? Go right ahead. I like Mission Impossible better. Never forget that shitbag Jake Bauer said this. I'm going to show you. Now, look, I didn't say those words. Somebody else did. Jake Bauer's reputation is in the drink. That's the guy who said he carried around the egg, remember? And he became one with the egg when it was him and the egg all alone. Watch. Why is everybody turning on our whistleblowers? It's weird.
Like an octagonal shape.
Yeah, so I heard Michael Herrera's story in Washington, D.C. There was a In
Arr.
2023, I believe, there was a whistleblower conference shortly after the Whistleblower Protection Act got activated, and then there was this at the National Press Club hosted by Stephen Greer. There were several whistleblowers that had decided to come forward in that environment and share their stories. So we were actually sent there on behalf of our employer to look for whistleblowers that we were trying to basically report to the FBI and get arrested, because at that time I was in this weird place between becoming
like an octagonal shape.
Yeah, so I heard Michael
Wait a
Herrera's
minute. Is this AI? Did you see the end? This is AI. I didn't see the end. Now I got to watch every clip from beginning to end to see if it's AI. I can't take that clip for what it is. I didn't verify that was a real thing he said, so disregard it. This is bullshit. See how AI is playing into our lives? We are going to think that people are saying stuff they're not really saying, and it's already happening. And I have to admit, I can't tell the difference. Sorry. Just casually looking at these videos, it's not easy to tell. I'm sure if we broke it down and did frame by frame, there's some things I'd look at that would tell me. But just looking at it during the day, I wish there was no such thing as AI. I hate it. I do. I hate it. You have CGI, which AI uses and takes the information that's on the internet, any way it can get the information, and put together these amazing looking videos that, I mean, I was just looking at an alligator before the show. It was just popping up. It says AI, you have to let people know it's AI. You have to have the insignia. You have to have that, like we just saw. You got to let people know, because it's not fair to lie to everybody and say this is real. There's going to be so many lawsuits. They already say make these AI videos with Trump saying all sorts of shit he never said. And it's funny. But they do it with Biden. They do it with all of them. It's real nasty shit. I don't like it. Although I like the artistic part of it. I like that it can do it. I just don't like how good it looks. I don't know. And it messes with ufology and the legitimacy of things that we need to know are real. This is one of the few topics in the world where you need evidence to corroborate. You can't just go, oh, that's a great story, I believe him. No, you could, but you'd be a fool if you did. And this is one of those, oh, I can't believe we're doing AI like it should be illegal. Elon Musk, let me see. The single biggest thing Democrats are worried about is turning off fraudulent payments to illegals. By using entitlements fraud, the Democrats have been able to attract and retain vast numbers of illegal immigrants and buy votes. Why does the left hate Elon so much? That's why. And I don't know why that was put up on tonight's list. I just don't know. But I want to show you something here. Nope. I decided not to, because it would be promoting the enemy, and I'm not doing that. So apparently, in this video clip, Lou Elizondo gave Joe Rogan some sort of look at the end of this clip, like, shut up or something. I'm not sure, but I want to see what it's about. I'm just curious. This doesn't really have anything to do with anything.
Really enjoyed our conversation.
Joe, this has been fantastic and truly, truly an honor and privilege. You have one hell of a responsibility. You are, look, I got to tell you, I don't ever get nervous doing an interview. You were the first one.
Look at how fat he is here, right? He did lose about 20 pounds. I think he dropped 20 pounds. Yeah, from his belly to his ass. Say, gosh, all over fat ass Lou. Sorry about that. Yeah, no offense.
And probably the only one I will ever have been nervous coming in, just simply because, not because of me, because of you, the responsibilities you have on your shoulders to have a communicate. You reach a global audience. People are listening to this conversation right now. And by the way, they're part of this conversation, very much so, right? That is an enormous responsibility.
Shut the front door. Look at him. He's what do they call that when he's politicking? Oh, what is that? What is that? He's on his not his high horse. He's on his soapbox. No, it's something else. He's pop.
You have a voice in some cases that exceeds presidents. The technology you now have available to your fingertips and this wonderful staff you have.
Oh, God, this is disgusting. Watch his fingers. Watch his whole hand.
You were the first one, and probably the only one I will ever have been nervous coming in, just simply because, not because of me, because of you, the responsibilities you have on your shoulders.
Because Lou realized he's in a room with a guy who could kick his ass. This is why he won't come on my show. He's scared. He's scared.
Shoulders to have a communicate. You reach a global audience. People are listening to this conversation right now. And by the way, they're part of this conversation very much.
If Lou was on my show, I would first, thank him for coming on, blah, 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 do all the nice stuff. And then I'd say, can you explain this? And then I'd play the clip where Lou says, I'm not a UFO guy. I never wanted to be. I never cared to be. I hate people. You know that one? Yeah. I would play that and say, how did you get into this for real? Because I think you did something bad. And they put you in the UFO room in the basement of the Pentagon and said, Lou, you will do what we tell you to do for the UFOs that we need to have people believe in. And you're going to tell them they're real. You're going to do things you're not going to be happy about, Lou. Can you handle it? I can handle anything. Are you sure? Because you couldn't handle that situation in Brazil. Why do you got to keep bringing that up? Lou, you're here because blah, blah, blah. I want to know why he took a job like that. Or was he ordered? Right? I mean, we all know the story, but I don't buy it. Why would they put a guy who has no interests? The whole thing's bullshit.
So, right? That is an enormous responsibility. You have a voice in some cases that exceeds presidents. The technology you now have available to your fingertips and this wonderful staff you have, you are influencing the world. And I can't imagine that type of responsibility. I mean, there are world leaders that don't have the voice you have. And so for me, it is a profound, profound honor and privilege to be with you here today and your wonderful audience. If I never see you again, I wish you the best of luck. You're doing America a great service. Be honest, be candid, speak your mind. That's all I can say as a little chicken here in the United States.
Boy, he said it, didn't he? A little chicken.
In the United States, say as a little chicken here in mind. That's all I can say as a little chicken here in candid. Speak your mind. That's all I can say as a little chicken here in mind. That's all I can say as a little chicken here. That's all I can say as a little chicken here. As a little chicken here. Little chicken here in the United States. You've got big shoulders, man. You got a big weight on a lot of responsibility on your back.
I think Lou fell in love with Joe. Well, we all know how I feel about Lou. And I want him sexually. No, I'm not the fist. Sorry. But, you know, it's okay if that's what Lou wants to do and cross-dress at night like I think he does. Just my opinion. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Much. Men who want to dress up like women. Nah. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Men who want to dress up like celebrities, divas, those type of women, like Liza Minnelli. I could see Lou as a Liza because the name is almost Lou, Liza, right? You just one name. Eleganzo, Elizabeth. You know, it's close. So I could see him doing that. But I see Lou dressing up. If he was to dress up as a woman at night, like I think he does, with his face, who would he be? What are you guys afraid to say it? Rosie O'Donnell. Lou is Rosie. I feel he could pull it off. He's got the girth of Rosie.
And I mean that sincerely.
You're freaking me out, man.
I'm telling you.
But thank you very much. Thanks again. I really appreciate everything.
Shut up. Joe Blowgun. I have so many things I wanted to talk about. All right, here we go. What time is it? Oh my God. Yeah, I said we weren't going to go long. Pictures of a UFO I found in the National Archives. Wow. I'm glad I remembered to show you this. Yeah, I remember this picture. Let me show you guys. I don't know how many there are. But I remember this picture. This is supposedly real. Right? These are good. I like this one. Can we go this way? Oh, see now, I'm not sure. God dang it. But these are supposedly real. I remember these. And can you imagine? Good Lord. I would love... See, when you see something like this, it changes you forever. Your whole life is changed. Because now you have evidence of something the government denies they can have, that they've made. It's something that is so rare, you might be the only person in the world to have this experience like this with video or picture evidence. This is, in my opinion, very real. And I don't know, though. But I don't know. It just looks good. It looks good. But it changes you because then you start to think, oh my God. Now I understand why the government, and you start having these thoughts like, if there's aliens out there and this is their ship, there's got to be more. We can't be the only ones. And then you think, oh my God, everything's a lie. Yeah, I mean, it changes you. You don't think the same if you see something like that. Hold on, what is this? Oh, okay, yeah, third phase. I forgot. All right, let's do some third phase. They put out a new one, so let's go. Phase. If you guys want to help support, all the links are in the show description.
To Third Phase of Moon. You've got the Cousins Brothers, and we've got the greatest.
Oh, no. The new one, Rich. Sorry, guys. I thought there was a new one today. Yeah, here it is.
Third
phase of moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. You've got the Cousins brothers, and we've got the greatest, craziest UFO videos just in. Let me tell you, it's going to be a wild ride. Buckle up, everybody.
These are good.
Brett, I want to get your thoughts on this. I know everybody from around the world is watching us right now, and it's good to be with everybody from around the world. Give us a big thumbs up.
So I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to talk while the video is playing. Okay, so tonight's main topic was about, can we talk to the aliens with our brain? Are we telepathic? Do we have this ability? So my question to you, and everybody watching the UFO video here that we're seeing, why aren't people claiming when they record things like this that they are getting messages from the aliens? Why aren't people on the ground contacting UFO channels, websites, people in the biz, and say, look, I saw a video on December 28th. I got to tell you, on that day, I was thinking of, well, I don't know how to explain it, but I felt like I was in another mind of an alien. Like they were showing me things, and like, where are those people? Just saying it to you right now. There's a reason why those people don't come out. It just sounded 100% crazy. Who do you call? I'm going to call Goof On. Let me call Goof On, tell them I'm watching a show and there's a UFO in Brazil. I'm from Brazil. I had telepathic messages with this very specific, I wouldn't believe it. Just wouldn't. So there's a reason why people keep to themselves. Sad, right? Because how many legitimate UFO sightings on top of the people getting contacted during those legitimate sightings? I say legitimate with quotes, boop, because we don't know, Look, Stephen Greer. Bob Lazar. It's mine, you stupid idiot. It's Lazar, not Greer. Get it right, dickhead. That's a sports model, you fruitcake. Jesus, sorry. Well, you called me Greer. Jerk off.
All right, what I like about this is we have a series of video captures and including still photos that present this classic flying saucer, the typical one that Bob Lazar always talked about, the sports model. Look at this thing. This is a great shot right here. And I think there's a couple series of shots. There it is, right in front of the power lines. This kind of gives it some scale. So I'm going to say this one's, it's not as big as a car, I would say. It seems smaller, unless it's right up there next to those power lines. But it's in front of them. So it's giving us a scale right there. What I like about this is the video evidence at the same time. There it is, another still. What's your thoughts, guys? What is this thing? There it is. Let's roll the video once again. That's kind of what I like the best. But here's another great close-up. It seems like it's made out of metal. It's no balloon. You can see the classic dome right on top of it, and everything seems pretty legitimate here, especially when you roll the video. I like it. So we're gonna cue that up. But right here it's a great photo and a great close-up of whatever this object is. No, here's that video. Seems like the shape looks good. See some birds flying. This guy's running to get his best vantage point. I like that. Then he zooms in.
I don't know. It looks good, right?
There was one part of the video that caught my attention, but I don't know. Everything looked pretty good, but people are, trying to copy paste that into a moving picture. It would take some good tracking, and camera seemed pretty shaky. So I'm thinking this is pretty legit footage, but I'm still a little bit on the fence. What's your thoughts, guys?
I don't know. It's too good to be true, so it's probably fake.
We just saw here this photograph.
Look at
that
this.
Was just captured over Campinas, Brazil, December 25th, 2025, Christmas. And look at this thing. It looks like, this typical UFO, which you would call one of ours, with our technology, but maybe the DNA of some alien science.
Wait, if I don't see any other movement pictures or anything else, it looks like AI generated and mixed together a stealth with a UFO. The sports model? Yeah, we'll say that.
Put into this aircraft, this flying vehicle. Again, this is, just came into our feed, and I'm pretty impressed with this. Look at that. We're going to get a close-up in just a moment, but notice the sharp angles on this thing.
That's not a close-up? That's not a close-up? Oh, shit!
There it is, a close-up.
He wasn't kidding.
Notice the venting system down at the bottom where...
Did he just say venting system? How do you know it's a venting system? Because we have those on our jets? Juicy fruit. So you got one there, a venting system. And you got a venting system over here. Gotcha. And what's this? A venting scenic, a venting viewpoint? And what's this? The co-pilot's venting viewpoint? I've got my vent. You got your vent. I've got my vent. All right, 2 vents. Let's go.
It could be some sort of a means of propulsion. I'm not sure. It seems like some sort of like exhaust ports.
No. Why do they do that? Why do they do it? I don't think this is real. That's why.
Not saying I know exactly what I'm talking about here, but look at the framing of this flying craft. We see on the top, the dome is kind of a segmented, again, with this kind of maybe window embedded at the top. I'm not sure. Does that look like a window, guys? And I like the way it just like has this point right there at the bottom, and it creates this kind of sharp edge and kind of the horizontal wings on the edge of it too. Look at the points of them. They're angled.
Thank God the wings are horizontal. If they were vertical, I'd be a little skeptical, but horizontal, I'm in.
To this kind of precise precision.
I'm all the way in.
And angles. This isn't no balloon, guys.
This is no balloon.
If you were in Campinas.
Watch your mouth. God, why does he have to say it's Campinas?
December of this year, right before we hit the new year. And if you saw that.
Yeah, this is Camp Dick over here. We got a UFO sighting or a stealth bomber. I can't figure it out. Who? Nah, it's not Bob Lazar. How did they know it was me?
Send it straight to us, right to third phase, because you remember in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that first flying craft looked.
All right, here we go. Okay. How many people think Blake is going to call this a booga sphere? I do. I think he's going to say, the booga sphere is back. And it's not a booga sphere. It's a sphere. If it was in Booga, then it'd be a booga sphere. If it was in Boogaton, it would be the Boogaton sphere. Stop blanketing all spheres with the booga. A booga booga. That looks good. All right, with the zoom. That does not look like it's moving at all. Yeah, a little bit from left to right. Oh, Jesus, this is the worst. This is awful. Stop moving.
Well, there it is. Look at this thing. It's large. And
he almost said it. He almost said the boogosphere. He stopped. He goes, there it is. The... Watch. Watch.
Well, there it is. Look at this thing. It's
Yay! Congratulations, Blake. You do listen.
Well, there it is. Look at this thing. It's large, and we only get a couple moments of the capture, but we get a good close up. There it is. They take pictures, and they zoom in with the camera pretty dang close.
What is it called? What is he gonna call it? He's still gonna say boogosphere, I think.
Look at this thing.
What thing? What? What is it? You can't say what it is. I love it.
Taking over Korea. I believe it was North Korea, but I could be wrong.
It's a Korea sphere. Get it? Not booga. Korea. Oh.
Could be South Korea. You know, North Korea is kind of locked down. Maybe I'm leaning more for South Korea, where this video is stemming from, but it's in that region. And look at this spherical ball floating over the city there. Could it be a tethered balloon? I'm not sure.
The answer is yes, it can be, because anything's possible.
I know it captured these people's attention, and they decided to pull out the camera. You could hear it in their voices. They seem to be bewildered on what they're actually capturing here.
I didn't hear shit. I kept hearing booga booga. You know, it's not
How large
silver.
do you think this is, guys? Leave it in the comments. And if you're digging this episode, smash that thumbs up, because we need all the support you could get that we need. We need to...
If it was silver, he would have said the boogosphere. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, next one. Okay.
Wait. Okay.
Wow, that's so amazing to me. See, even if there was a drone above the clouds streaming these beams of light into the clouds so we see them under the clouds, it's pretty weird.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh.
Okay, I take it back. I don't know what the frig that is.
That's different.
Look at that. That's not on the clouds. All right, I'm definitely confused.
What the fuck? Steven, what the fuck?
Dude, that's crazy. That's insane.
They're coming from like way behind us now.
It is insane.
That's not lightning, is it?
No, bro, it's UFO shit.
Wow, did he see that? Look at those things.
That's crazy.
Shoot, I almost count like 10 shooting lights. Now there's more, and they just keep coming out of nowhere from these certain angles. One from the right camera and then straight overhead. Look at that.
So weird.
You could hear it in the people, the witnesses on the ground. They're blown away.
I'm blown away still.
This one has been going viral right now on TikTok. Not sure if you've seen it. Well, not just TikTok, just the internet in general. But look at this video. It's 100% legit. Whatever these boys are capturing, it's real. Look at these guys are freaking out. They don't know what's really going on.
It's one of my favorite videos of all time.
Some sort of projection.
One of my favorite videos.
Let's just throw it out there. Is that a possibility?
No, that's right. David. Okay, yeah. David said it. I keep forgetting. Right, I mentioned this yesterday. You never see these on a clear night. It's a projection. It has to be. And I believe it's coming from above. And if it isn't coming from above, I want to know how it's done. But yeah, you're right. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. You never see these on a clear night.
Moves from one part of the sky, and it seems to, go on for miles, maybe
weird.
Tens of miles, as it just goes over their heads.
Quick. All right. I believe the next video is the Phoenix Lights. Why?
Question: do you believe the Phoenix Lights was legitimate? Like this was indeed?
These are flares at 10 after 10 at night.
And
there was a real craft 1 to 2 miles wide that traversed over the city. Nobody had a camera back then to record it. Nobody knew what it was. Everybody just didn't hear it. They just assumed it was, balloons maybe?
Big flying craft, or was it a series of flares? Let's hear your comments as we watch this event kind of happen in real time. Was this legit?
Those are flares.
Or was it misidentified?
Look, doesn't it make sense that a jet coming by and dropping the flares off and they appear one by one, and then when the flares are dropping in altitude and go behind the mountain, they disappear in conjunction with the peaks of the mountaintops? It's been proven time and time again that these are flares. These were the distraction. This was the Maryland National Bomber, whatever the hell they were, dropping their flares. They even said it.
Or was this the massive TR-3B triangular craft that we've all been talking about?
No, why? Why would you say that?
We have an unidentified object.
Oh, what do we got?
What do we got here?
Hey, Sue!
Crikestons, I believe.
Take a look at this.
It's still fun to watch, though. See, what really is weird, you got all of these, right? And then this one that never, ever moved. Stayed here the whole time. This is maybe the projection device that's creating this, maybe? Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you would see the I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is this thing stayed there, and it's very low, very bright. Nobody ever talks about this one, though.
My God!
I hit Bader. Finally.
He finally got a UFO on video.
What have we got here?
He said, I hit
Pay dirt.
South Mountain? It's all about money.
That's the city in front of us.
I'm joking.
Those lights have appeared.
Well, that is a totally different configuration than we've ever seen before.
Yep.
Oh, so you've seen them drop flares before. Got it.
I'm sitting over here saying to myself, I got the camera. Oh, now that one went out to the to the left.
To the east.
To the east. The time is about 10 o'clock, Sue?
Yes.
10 o'clock, March 13th, Thursday night.
Yes.
3 days after my birthday. I remember that day.
All right, March 13th.
Did you see? Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
1997. The V-shaped object between 7:30 p.m. and 8:30. Thousands of eyewitnesses experienced this phenomenon, this sighting that baffled not just Phoenix but the world. So I don't know.
That's a weird way to say that. It didn't baffle the world. It baffled People in Kingman, Arizona, that's when they first called in about it. It was right at the border of Kingman, Arizona and Laughlin, Nevada. Somewhere in there. It's right at the border, way in the northwest part of Arizona. And started around that time, about 7:30, 7:45. People started reporting and calling it in. And then went down Paulden, Arizona, through Payson, and then made a left. And the one thing that nobody talks about but me, because I remember that the UFO flew right over the brand new freeway called Piestewa Peak, which used to be called, are you ready? The 51. State Route 51. I know it's just a coincidence, but really? And then the UFO on March 13th came all the way down, flies directly over the freeway, according to witnesses, which really is, see, in Arizona, the way they have their street set up, they have Central Avenue, 0. And then if you go west, everything is an avenue. If you go east, everything is a street or a drive. So you have avenues and ways, streets and drives. Also, you have the streets go, higher when you go west or east. So you'll have 115th Street in North Scottsdale, but you'll have 3rd Avenue on the west side in Glendale. And you don't want to live on the west side if you could help it. All right. So that's the way the city's divided. This thing goes right down the middle. Central Avenue is the 51. And on either side of that freeway, on the walls, is a message left behind by the, I believe who are the Indians? I'm thinking of the indigenous ones. Hohokam? One of them left a message, and it was in art. And some of the art pieces were strange. Like they had the Kokopelli playing his little instrument. You know what the Kokopelli is? That's the trickster. The one who likes to play games can disappear and reappear. That sounds familiar. And then you had the message, which said, Star people, welcome star people. And apparently there was in the artwork directions on where to go, which basically was forward. Just keep going until you hit South Mountain, which is what it did, right? And then it turned east a little bit and then sort of chilled. And then that was the last of it. Then it just disappeared behind the mountains. People said when the wings of this thing, because it was a triangle, but still had like this wing thing. But when the wings went back and they came into the vehicle, like more aerodynamic looking, it would jump like 5 miles in a second and then stop again. And then it would go like it was doing that every 5 minutes. There was a low hum, kind of like an electrical sounding, like, something you can imagine, like if you're hearing someone's air conditioning like half a mile away. Like, do you hear that? Like a humming? Yeah, like a buzzing noise, electric. But people said when they looked up and they saw the orange lights that were encapsulated in something. And then they said it was as if the ship was made of the light and the light was made of the ship. They were together and it looked like it was swarming around in the ship, whatever. Very cool. It's very unique. It's a very interesting sighting. We know of 10,000 people, but there's an estimated 100,000 people who might have seen it that night. Now, the weird thing is about that sighting is I didn't see it, but I wasn't into UFOs like I am now. I have I always had a great interest in UFOs, but I wasn't a researcher. So at that time, my girlfriend and I, we worked like any hours we wanted. So I said, why don't we, me and her, do this every night? Let's go out every night and wait for them to come back. They gotta come back, right? Exactly. What, 30 days later, on April 14th, I believe it was, April 13th. I think it was the 14th. It was 31 days later. April 14th. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys are not going to believe what I just realized. This is unbelievable. Right on the show, this just happened. Holy shit. Let me tell you this, and then I'll tell you what I just realized happened to me. Oh my God, I can't get over what I just realized happened to me. Oh my God, I'm very emotional at this moment. Yes, that was April 14th. Wow. So my girlfriend and I were in the backyard cooking steaks, and exactly midnight, she goes, Richie! And I turn around and I look and I see this. It was a figure that was round, just round as could be. And it was coming pretty quickly from the southwest, heading right over the McDowell Mountains where we were. And we were at my parents' house, and they have this view of the city. You could see the entire city from where they were. And we were on the mountain. And there was an orange light that was start out, and then it went in, and then pulsed out, and then went in. Like it was like like that. Went over, and I'm cooking, and I go, do I get the camera? If I go grab the camera, I'll miss whatever's going to happen. It's going too fast. So I watched, and it went over the mountains, and the orange light lit up that mountain as if it was daytime. You could see the green on all of the trees, everything that was green. You could see it as if the sun was out. And then it went over the mountains and it was gone. Now, the reason I just realized what I just experienced that you guys don't know. So I saw that April 14th, 1997. 2001, 2, 3, 4. 7 years later, to the day, my wife and I saw the UFOs the night I brought my dog home on April 14th, 2004. And April 15th, I went out the next night at the same time and then did some research because I saw the same things we saw on the 14th. And that's weird, man. How could that be the same day? The same exact day that I see a UFO go over my house. And then 7 years to the day, I see it again. Totally different place, 30 miles in a different location. 7 years later. Wow. It's like, did they put it in my mind? See, this is why I can't get out. Every time I tried to get out, something will bring me back in. It's funny, that clip in that movie, every time they bring me out, they bring me back in. It's the same thing. And now what I just realized, I won't be able to think. I am so right now razzled that I didn't know that was the same day until today, till this moment. Isn't that weird? My God. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you, moderators, super chatters, newcomers, veterans. Thanks for making the chat room interesting and anything you guys said. Thank you for being here. And thanks for supporting. Please subscribe if you haven't. And we'll be back tomorrow for the New Year's Eve show. Tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm going to try to make tomorrow's show fun. Yes. We're going to have a quiz show. Yeah. We're just going to ask questions about things in ufology that happened this year. We'll do that. And for America, I have 2 shirts, original Goof on Radio stream t-shirts that I found that I didn't know I had that I might give away tomorrow night to the winners. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. But I can't ship it out of the country. It's way too expensive. It's $25 to ship a shirt. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So it'll be just for, I'm sorry, America. But if somebody in another country wins, you could always pick somebody in America if we play the game. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging. And look, if you ain't looking up, you're not looking out. For ufology, that is. You know what I mean? You don't know. Do you? Do you know? All right, we'll see you guys later. Alien blood.
You fucker! You laughed, you mocked, you shut us down. Call us names, tried to run us out. You pushed too hard, took too much. Now you're the ones who've lost their touch. You rigged the game, you changed the rules. Gaslit the world, played us for fools. But tides have turned, the storm is near. Cry all you want, we're still here. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. Censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold. Now you panic, now you cry. Tears don't work, truth don't lie. The games are done, the mask fell off. No more lies, we've had enough. You played with fire, now taste the flame. This time, we're naming it.
Oh.